So in this video, we're going to take a look at what you need to do if you are a British passport holder. It's something you need to do right now. Plus, we're going to take a look at what's going on the islands because, well, January is anything but boring over here in Mallorca. And I also have the all-important weather forecast for you for the week ahead. But we're going to start this video over here on Palma Nova Beach, and I'm not going to beat around the bush. It's absolutely freezing over here today. We've currently got highs of around 11 degrees. The real feel is a lot colder because of the very cold Arctic wind that is sweeping down over the island, but more on that later. But first, we're going to talk about what you need to know if you are a British passport holder in terms of making sure that your passport is valid for travel this summer. Now, with Christmas and New Year out of the way, now is really the best time to go and check the expiry date on your passport and make sure it is fit for travel for your summer holiday. It's also the best time of year as well to get your passport renewed as well, because holiday makers don't tend to check out their passports until around April or May, by which time you're going to probably find a little bit of a backlog in the passport office in terms of renewals as well. So now really is the best time to go and check out the expiry date on your passport. However, the all-important renewal date is so important as well, particularly if you're still holding the Burgundy EU passports and you haven't yet got the new navy blue passport, because, well, the expiry date might not actually be correct. Now, I'm going to refer to a podcast which I've just listened to from the legendary travel guru Simon Calder, who runs the Independent Travel podcast, and he recently reported that BA staff, British Airways staff, recently misapplied post-Brexit passport rules to one passenger boarding a flight who was actually travelling to Europe. Now, this passenger was incorrectly offloaded from a flight by ground staff who claimed that her passport was out of date when actually it was not. He said even though her UK passport was perfectly valid for travel to the European Union until late March, ground staff said it had effectively expired. But what was even worse was that her passport was called into question when she was boarding. They didn't really know the rules, so they allowed her to board, only to take her off the plane as well. So you can imagine the whole embarrassment surrounding this. And after investigation, Simon actually highlighted that it was actually the British Airways ground staff that once again showed that they did not know the passport rules for the destinations that they're flying to. So apart from the whole embarrassment of it, this lady also missed out on her trip as well, and I don't want this happening to you, which is why we're going to highlight the rules of validity for British passports, because let's face it, it's been a little bit confusing since Brexit, and there's no real clear answer either on the Home Office website either. It also brings into question how airlines also understand these passport rules too. So also let me know in comments, have you ever been denied boarding before getting on your flight to Europe just because ground staff or the airlines do not know the passport validity rules in the UK? Let me know. Alternatively, drop me an email on alex@MallorcaUndertheSun.com. But this wasn't the only example of passengers that British Airways have not allowed to board. It has happened in the past, so it doesn't appear that they've done very much about it. Hopefully they will do on the run up to the summer season. And to listen to the full podcast as well, I'm going to drop a link to this in the description text below, so go ahead and check that out. So what are the rules that you need to know to make sure that your British passport is valid? Well, firstly, I would say don't rely on the airlines knowing, because but there are two key rules that you need to know about before you travel this summer. And the first one is to check that your passport is not over 10 years old, and that's before leaving the United Kingdom. So the first thing you need to do is to check the issue date and make sure that your passport is not 10 years older than that date. If it is, you're going to look to have to get this renewed. The second thing you need to look at as well is that on the day that you intend returning back to the United Kingdom, that you still have 3 months left left on your passport. So from the point that you finish your holiday until the point that you arrive back into the UK, you must still have 3 months left on your passport. If you're still not sure, the TUI website does have a passport checker. I will also drop a link to that in the description text below. Don't go asking me, don't start putting your dates in and everything and get me to calculate it. It's just 2 very simple rules. Check your passport is not over 10 years old, and also make sure you've still got 3 months left on it at the point that you're going to leave Spain or wherever it is you're travelling in Europe. My next most important point as well is to go and check the kids' passports as well, because don't forget these expire after just 5 years and you have to renew them on a 5-yearly basis. They're not 10-year passports, so go and check the kids' passports, because the last thing you want to do is arrive at the airport with the family and realise that your kids' passports actually expired well before yours did too. So I'm guessing that we're going to hear more stories about this as we roll on through the summer about passengers being denied boarding. Please make a note of these rules, check these rules as well. I'm going to put a few other useful links below as well, but don't leave these rules to chance. Double check your passports before you travel, and also if you're travelling to other countries this year as well. So if you're going to the United States, they're going to have different rules in place. Same as well with Australia or anywhere else in the world. Just make sure, if it's not just the EU that you're travelling to, if you're travelling anywhere else, check the passport rules. If your passport's coming up a little bit closer towards renewal, just don't take it to chance. So the current wait times currently for getting a British passport renewed is around 11 days. The government website does say allow 3 weeks, but there are various online checker tools that say that it's just taking around 11 days now. So this really is the best time of year to go and check your passport, see if it's up for renewal. If it is, don't leave it to chance, just get it renewed now, get it out the way as well, and just don't have the panic running up to your summer holiday. Okay, so let's move away from this point. We're going to take a walk down the beach. You can see I'm actually wearing my gloves today. It's absolutely freezing. I can't stay standing still too long, although I am in the sunshine, which is very nice. But we're going to take a walk down along Palma Nova Beach. I'm going to give you some nice views, and we'll get on with the rest of this island update. Okay, so while many of you in Northern Europe are just getting over the Christmas festivities, it's all happening over here in Mallorca, and well, we're on the run up to the big San Sebastian and also San Antoni events, which are happening throughout the island this week. Now, all kicked off last weekend, literally a week after the Three Kings event, but this is a fantastic time to visit the island. So if you are coming over to Mallorca this week, and I just want to point out as well, I am seeing flights from regional airports in the United Kingdom and probably from elsewhere in Europe too, going for around £45 or €45 approximately. There's absolutely tons going on. So we are looking at the Sant Antoni events happening on the 16th and 17th of January. We've got the Pucada de Pi happening in Pollença Old Town on the 9th of the 17th. We've got all sorts of bonfires happening all over the island too, and anything interesting I see I shall share on the Mallorca Under the Sun Facebook page as well from the local councils. And even over here in Magaluf and Palma Nova, we've got the huge Sant Antoni event, which takes place just near the roundabout actually, as you go around the back of Palma Nova, heading on into Magaluf. On that road right down the back here, we've got the bonfires are taking place on the 9th of the 17th. They're taking place over on Punta Balena outside the Three Lions pub on the 9th of the 18th. And as you know, the Three Lions is the only bar which is open on Punta Balena on the strip over there too. But like I said, these events are happening all over the islands. But the big event that we've got warming up to over here in January is the San Sebastian events, which are taking place next weekend, and the big night for that is on the 19th of January. But on the run up to there, we've got so much going on in Palma. We've got lots of concerts happening as well over the days surrounding San Sebastian. So I've got a full article all about what's going on this week on my website on MallorcaUndertheSun.com. I'll drop a link below if you want to access those programmes as well. Go and check them out. You can see what's happening on the island. Okay, so it's such a gorgeous day over here in Palma Nova. I thought I'd just break up my islands update with a little bit of a beach walk here, just to give you some nice views of just how clear the water is at this time of year. As I said in my live stream from over in Peguera yesterday, there's no way you're going to catch me swimming in here for a few more months. Got a little bit of seaweed here on the beach, but not so much as we normally find over here at this time of year. But anyway, let's keep on heading down the beach because I'm going to give you a full weather update for the week ahead. So as we come over to the Il Taringo Beach Cafe here, we can see that it's now closed up just for probably a few weeks actually before the start of the season. As I have mentioned in my previous content, if you're going to find some restaurants closed, it's going to be during this month too, but this is where we're going to finish off our islands update. Okay, so if you watched my islands update from over in Alcudia the other day, you're going to know that when that was filmed, we had highs of 18 degrees Celsius. Today we have highs of 11. We've had this big temperature drop, and this is the kind of weather that we can expect going through the next couple of months. We're going to have some nice days, we're going to have some cold days. So the weather forecast for the week ahead, well, it's not looking fantastic, I have to be honest. I have seen better weather, and also this is the first time this year I've actually needed to wear my gloves on the island. But we do have highs this week forecast of 17 degrees Celsius, but that's not until next Sunday. The reality of this week is that the highs are going to be around the 15 degrees Celsius mark, so I am anticipating that it is going to warm up slightly, but with that we're going to see a mix of cloudier weather, and we're going to see a mix of sun and rain too. I do see rain forecast for later on this week as well, so if you are coming over, make sure you bring a brolly, but if you are packing to come over, bring lots of layers. And if you do get here and you see that it's a lot colder than you had anticipated, well, don't forget that the January sales are on in shops at the moment, so you can pick up some extra clothing quite cheaply, especially if you're staying around the Palma area. Okay everyone, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my video from over here in Palma Nova. Don't forget to consider subscribing if you haven't done so already, for more travel tips and also for more news coming out of Mallorca too as we roll on through this year and towards summer 2025. Not sure how much I'm going to be out and about on the island this week with the weather at the moment, but I've got lots of videos coming out and lots of videos on the editing table as well, including more travel guides and hotel reviews as well to help you out with your holiday, so make sure you catch those videos. In the meantime, check out this video appearing here on YouTube and also this video too, which you may also find interesting. You can find me on the Facebook group and on my Instagram, also called Mallorca Under the Sun, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Goodbye for now.